quietly walk. Another hot day. I don't know. I just want people to know I don't make these. I get it by here first. I'm not doing these for... No. This dog's going crazy. What are we looking at? Come on. Come on, walk. We are not chasing a squirrel. As much as you think we are, we're not. You're not. What is your game time? Come on, hello. What is your deal tonight? You were just on high alert for something. Back to me. So, I don't do these for any sort of recognition or anything like that. This is helping me with my self-esteem. Because a year or two ago, I never would have put the camera in my face. You know, because I've always not been okay with the way that I've looked. And a lot of that, it doesn't have to do with the way I was brought up or anything like that. It has a lot to do with bullying and not getting self-affirmation. I don't know if that's the right word. Come on, dog. Here, sit. Sit on the thing like I've trained you to do. Good world's best dog. In little school, I used to steal money from my parents. Well, mainly my mom. And then ride my bike down to 7-Eleven, which was basically like maybe a half a mile or something like that from our house. I grew up in Lacey. And buy candy and give it to the popular kids so that they would be my friends. And I'm like, as soon as the candy ran out, they were back to picking on me. And it got so bad that there was one time they pinned me down on the playground and were poking sticks in my ears. Now, this is back in the 70s. And the teachers weren't that much better. You know, the grown-ups weren't that much better either. They were bullies too. They had my parents believing me I was making it all up and that I just wanted attention because I was a hyperactive child. You know, because a lot of times the medications they had me on for my asthma or my hyperactivity would cause me to act out. That wasn't my fault. That was the medication's fault. But the teachers back then, they didn't understand hyperactivity, which is what they call ADHD or ADD now. So they had my parents believing I was making it up. So, I'm screaming because my ear is just riddled with pain because they were stabbing me in the ear with a stick. So the nurse finally called my mom because I'm just, crying in pain. So my mom finally came to the school, and all the way to the doctor's office, she's yelling at me. Because, she's got to drive me up to Madigan because that's who our doctor was at the time. And, if they don't find something, you're so in trouble, blah, 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 blah. And, I'm in the doctor's office, if once we get in, begging the doctor, please find something, because if you don't find something, I'm going to be in trouble. And my mom doesn't believe me because the school told them that I was lying, and I'm not lying. And, I was just in tears, hysterical, trying to explain to the doctor that, if you don't find something wrong with me, I'm going to go home and get my ass beat. And so the doctor pulls my mom into the room and says, well, I didn't find anything, but her ear, the inside of her ear is bright red, so something has happened to her ear, and there's no way she could have done it to herself. My mom turned ghost white, and like she was gonna faint. And all the way home, she's like, I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. And I'm like, Mom, why would I make that up, I've been trying to explain to you the teachers were lying to you that, but you wouldn't believe me. And, from that point on, she never believed the teachers again. But, it just really sucked that, the teachers had created this rift between my parents and me. So, but unfortunately, the bullying, didn't stop in elementary school. It just, got worse. Once I hit puberty, they, had new reasons to pick on me. Because I was the first girl to get boobs and her period, so they had new reasons to pick on me. And so that's where the overeating came from, because I was, I had no other friends that were going through, well, I didn't really have friends because everybody took advantage of me, but people who I thought were my friends, they didn't have boobs. So it was a big mess. And then, not having a lot of family support, and a dad that didn't understand me, it made things a lot worse. And I'm not saying that my dad did a bad job. He just didn't, he came from a military, but, he was in the Navy, and he came from a different type of background. And so he didn't know how to handle a hyperactive girl, who had emotional issues, and he wasn't from a family where they said I love you, and didn't understand that that's what I needed. So that's where some of my self-esteem issues come from, but a lot of it came from peers, that I just wanted people, to be my friends. And when I wasn't getting that, I felt that there was something wrong with me. So I thought I had to buy my friends, and finally in high school, I found a group of friends that were like, you don't have to buy us, we'll be your friends, but it took, that long to, realize that. So the reason why I'm doing this is, to, teach other kids and people that, you you are worthwhile and that you don't have to feel bad about yourself no matter what your size or your disability or your color or your gender or your sexual preference or whatever it is. That you don't have to feel bad about yourself. That there will be somebody that cares about you no matter what. And, and that if they don't, that's their problem. It's not your problem, it's their problem if they don't. Because that makes them indifferent. So, that's it for this video. Peace out.